RLC series circuit, I will draw this circuit only, basic circuit. So for that, you can write the differential equation using Kirchhoff's voltage law. Similarly, I can take, I can compare, I can determine the analogous of this mechanical translational system basic circuit with a RLC parallel circuit. Okay, so this is the differential equation which governs this RLC parallel circuit. And we have seen the analogy between the mechanical terms and the electrical terms. Okay, since there are two sources in electrical system, one is current source and voltage source, we are comparing mechanical translation system with the electrical system whose source is voltage. We are comparing mechanical system with the electrical system whose source is current. Okay, so first we are going for the electrical system whose source is voltage. Means we will compare with the mesh equations. Okay, the force balanced equations with the mesh equation, Kirchhoff's voltage law equations. So in this, I'm just recalling it because we have to solve the problems. So if you observe, the force is analogous to the voltage. Okay, so means you can replace force by voltage or voltage by force. Okay, you can replace them because they are similar, they are analogous to each other. Okay, velocity can be replaced by current. Okay, velocity is analogous to current, displacement is analogous to charge, friction B is analogous to R, resistance, mass is analogous to L, stiffness K is analogous to 1 by C. Okay, Newton's second law is analogous to the Kirchhoff's voltage law. These are the equations which of course involve solving the problems we are not going to use, but for your knowledge I have given this extra row here. Okay, similarly that is for Kirchhoff's voltage law. Similarly, let us go for Kirchhoff's current law. Compare Kirchhoff's current law with this mechanical system. Okay, force balanced equation terms and Kirchhoff's current law equation terms. Okay, so if you see here, the force is analogous to current. Okay, velocity is analogous to voltage, displacement is analogous to flux, friction is analogous to 1 by R or conductance, I can say. Mass is analogous to capacitance. Stiffness of spring is analogous to 1 by L. Newton's second law is analogous to Kirchhoff's current law. So if you remember these analogous terms, we can solve the problems. Let us see how to solve the problems one by one. Okay, this is a mechanical translational system which has been given to us. Okay, so whenever a mechanical translational system is given, you can write down the force balance equations for that mechanical translational system. We have already solved the problems. I have forwarded the PPTs to you people. I hope you have gone through it. Okay, if you have not gone through it, you won't be able to understand today's class. Okay, so I hope you have gone through it. Okay, so you must be regular, and you must go through each and every topic which has been forwarded to you. The PPTs which I have forwarded to you, you must go through them. You must understand them. If you have doubts, you must ask. If you have not gone through those PPTs, you won't be able to understand. Okay. So this is the mechanical translation system which has been given. You have to write down the differential equations which govern this mechanical system. Okay, so you know how to write the differential equations, and you have to draw the force voltage and force current electrical analogous circuit. Okay, mechanical translation circuit is given, mechanical translation system is given. You have to draw the force voltage analogous circuit and the force current analogous circuit. Okay, and you have to verify the mesh equations and node equations. Okay. So let us see. We have already verified the mesh and node equations for the basic circuits in the previous class. Okay, if you have followed that class, you might be able to understand. Okay, so we know whenever a mechanical translation system is given, first of all, we will see how many masses are there. How many masses are there? 2 masses are there. Okay, so 2 masses are there. What are their corresponding displacements? X1 and X2. Are the corresponding displacement. What are their corresponding velocity? V1 and V2. So that you must carefully observe. So initially you must, how many masses are there in the given system? So I have 2 masses, M1, M2. Displacements are X1 and X2. Velocity of these masses are V1 and V2. And let us check what are all the applied forces at these masses. If you observe at M1, applied force is F of t. At M2, is there any applied force? No applied force. So applied force at mass 2 is 0. Okay, applied force at mass 2 is 0. Okay, so initially what we must do? Initially we must draw the free body diagram. Okay, of mass 1. Okay, so there is an applied force. Okay, I can write in any direction. Applied force is F of t. At free body diagram of mass 1. What are all the opposing? What is the displacement here? Displacement is x1, velocity is v1. Okay, displacement x1. So shall I erase and I will draw somewhere here. I am drawing overwriting there. You may confuse because of that. So I am writing here. Okay. So M1 is the mass. Okay. M1 is the mass. X1 is the displacement. V1 is the velocity. Applied force at M1 is F of t. What are the opposing forces? Force due to the mass. Another one is force due to friction, B1. Other one is force due to spring, K1. Okay, one is this, other one is this, other one is B12. Okay, other one is force due to B12. Force due to B12. Okay. Okay, force due to B12. So here, free body diagram of mass M1. Okay, so mass M1 is there, velocity is V1, displacement is X1, applied force is F of t. Okay, opposing forces are what? One force is due to the mass Fm1, another force is due to friction Fb1, another force is due to elasticity Fk1, another force is due to the friction Fb12. So if we observe this K1 has two free ends to move and B12 have two free ends to move. Okay, so K1 will be proportional to the differential displacement. B12 will be proportional to the differential velocity. Okay, so you just remember that. Okay, okay. Let us see the force balance equations in the solution. So this has two nodes. Okay, so there are two nodes somehow because there are two masses are there. Okay, so M1, M2 are the masses. Displacements are x1 and x2. Okay, velocities are velocity. And why I am unable to pronounce velocity? Okay, velocities are v1 and v2. Okay, free body diagram of M1 is this, which just now I have drawn it. Okay, just now I have drawn it. 56 members are there. I will take the snapshot. Okay, so better. Okay, this is it. Okay, so same whatever I have written there, same terms are here. So what are the opposing forces? You just write it down. Okay, so just now we have already discussed it. So you know mass is force due to mass is proportional to the acceleration. Force due to friction is proportional to velocity. Force due to friction, velocity. Force due to elasticity is proportional to the displacement. Okay. So these are all the opposing forces. So according to Newton's second law, opposing forces will be equal to the applied force. Opposing forces are these Fm1 plus B1, Fb2, B12, Fk1. are equal to the applied force F of t. So you know these equations. Okay, substitute these equations here. Okay, substitute these equations here. Am I audible? Okay, substitute these equations. Mic. Okay, so substitute equations of these forces in this Newton's second law, and you will get this. Okay, consider it as equation number 1. Consider it as equation number 1. Okay. Okay. Wait. Okay. So consider it as equation number 1. Now go to the free body diagram of M2. Okay. Now, so free body diagram of M2. If you want, I will write the free body diagram. Okay, we have already earlier we have already seen the free body diagrams of all this mechanical translation system. We have solved some problems, so there is no issue at all. You might be already knowing. So once again, I am repeating. That's all. So mass 2. Well, displacement is x2 at mass 2. Velocity is v2. Okay. So what are all the opposing forces? Applied forces are 0. So opposing forces are F M2. Okay, Fm2 is the opposing force. Another force is due to Fk1. Sorry, already I have written Fk1. Okay, Fk1. Next. Okay, another opposing force is Fb12. Fb12. Another opposing force is Fk2. Many forces are there. Okay, another opposing force is Fb2. Okay, how many forces due to M2? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 opposing. So applied force is 0. So let us go to our 5 forces M2, B2, B12, K1, K2. Total 3 plus 2, 5. Okay. So these are all the opposing forces. So you know the differential equations for these forces. So you can run these equations. According to Newton's second law, Fm2 plus B2 plus K2 plus B12 and K1 are equal to 0. Okay, they are equal to 0. Okay, so substitute the equations here. Okay, so you will get an equation. Consider it as equation number 2. So there are two masses. Okay, so you have got two differential equations. Okay, you have got two differential equations. Now, you know V is equal to dx by dt. Velocity. V is the velocity. Velocity is equal to dx by dt. You can represent velocity in terms of displacement. Okay. So V is equal to dx by dt. Okay. So dt will be d square x by dt square. Okay. So if I integrate this, integration and differentiation will cancel. Okay. If I integrate both sides, differentiation and integration will cancel, and you will get x equal to integral of v dt. Okay. So you know these three terms. Okay. You know all these three terms. Okay. So substitute these three in this equation number 1 and 2. So replace d square x by dt square by m2 into dv by dt. Okay. Dx by dt. Okay. You just replace b2 into v you will get. Okay, wait, I will write it. It is all in. So if you replace for equation number 2, I am writing. Okay, so you will get m2 into dv by dt plus V2 into V2, here X2, so V2 plus K2 into X2 is nothing but integral of V2 dt plus B12 d by dt of this means V. So you will get V2 minus V1 plus K1 x is integral. Okay, so I can take integral common, integral of V2 minus V1 of dt equal to 0. Okay, I hope you have understood this. Okay, so this is my equation which was in terms of displacement. I have replaced it by velocity. Okay, so I think you can see the same equation here. See, integral of V2 minus V1 dt. Okay, so I have written for equation number 2. For equation number 1 also you can write it down. Okay, so you will get uh, you will get uh, you will get equations like this. Okay, so simply replace the displacement by velocity. You will get these two equations. Consider them as equation number 3 and 4. Okay, consider them as equation number 3 and 4. Okay, now let us write down the force voltage and force voltage analysis circuit. Okay, so how many masses are there in your mechanical system? There are two masses. Okay, so those two masses you can consider as two nodes. Okay, since two nodes are there in the mechanical system, in force voltage analogous circuit, there will be two loops. Okay, there will be two loops. Here I have written two meshes. Okay, so there will be two loops. Okay, so there will be two loops. Now you know the from these tables, table number 1 and 2, from this table we are solving for a mesh. Okay, or force voltage analogous circuit. From this table, if you remember this table, F can be replaced by voltage. Okay, F is analogous to V. Okay, velocity is analogous to current. X is analogous to charge. Okay, okay, so if you remember that, you write down all the analogous terms here. If you remember that, okay, so F is analogous to voltage. Okay, velocity is analogous to current. Okay, so write down all the analogous terms. Okay, whatever terms, mechanical terms that you have here, write down all the mechanical terms and replace them by their analogous elements. Okay, so now there are okay, now there are two meshes. Why? Because there are two nodes in your mechanical system. In your electrical force voltage analogous circuit, there will be two meshes. Okay, so I will go to the mechanical system. I will draw the circuit here itself. I will erase all inks so that you will have some clarity. You should have clarity, not myself. So here f of t is analogous to voltage. So let me draw voltage. Okay, I will write E of t or V of t. I can write, it's my wish. Here f of t is there, that's why I'm writing E of t. Okay, next. Okay, next is that f of t is given to m1. What is m1? M1 is analogous to L1. M1 is analogous to L1. So I will M1 can be replaced by L1. This is L1. Next, M is over. Next, if you see B1 is there. What is B1? B1 is R. B1 is R. So you just replace, you just connect R here. What is R? R1. This is R1. Okay, now it is over. So M1 f of t B1 is over. Now if we observe, so actually here there should be two loops. Okay, so the another node is M2. In between M2 and M1, K1 and B12 are there. What is K1? What is K1? K1 is 1 by C1. Okay, so 1 by C1. So 1 by C1, you just connect a parallel element and you just give it C1. What is B12? It is R2. Okay. So this is R2. Okay. What is M2? It is L2. Okay. M2 is L2. What is K2? 1 by C2. Okay. What is B2? It is R2. Okay. Next. What is V1? V1 is I1. What is V2? It is I2. So here two nodes are there in your mechanical system. In force voltage analogous system, there should be two meshes. Meshes should be there. Means two loops should be there. Okay. There should be two loops. Okay, there should be two loops. Okay, so and if you observe in between those two loops, in between these two nodes M1 and M2, in between these two nodes K1 and B12 are there. So in between these two loops C1 and R2 will be there. Okay, in between these two loops C1 and R2 will be there. Okay, so M1 f of t is the source. Okay, to f of t M1 and B1 are connected, to E of t L1 are connected. Okay, so in the another node M2 is connected to K2 and B2. So M2 means L2 is connected to C2 R2. All are connected to a reference. Okay, this is the reference, isn't it? All are connected to a reference. I hope you have understood. Anybody? Anybody who is unable to follow me, you just ask me. Anybody can unmute yourself and ask me, because you have to carefully listen and carefully observe. Otherwise, wait, I will show the circuit which is already there in my PPT. You just observe the circuit. Okay? Anyone, if you have any doubt, ask me. This is the analogous circuit, force voltage analogous circuit for the given mechanical translational system. Okay, now you have got the circuit, you have drawn the circuit. If you have drawn the circuit, now you can write the differential equations which govern this electrical system. So it is a force voltage analogous circuit. So apply Kirchhoff's voltage law and write down the differential equations. Okay, you can write the differential equations for this. You can easily write it down, isn't it? Okay, so it is not very tough for you. Okay, you know the differential equations for an electrical circuit. Whenever electrical circuit is given, you can apply Kirchhoff's voltage law and you can write down the equation. So for loop 1, this is the equation. For loop 2, this is the equation. In loop 1, L1 into di1 by dt, okay, plus R1I1 plus R12 is in between. Where is it? R12 is in between I1 and I2. That means these two loops. So R12 into I1 minus I2, and C1 is also in between. So, okay, actually it is 1 by C1. In this circuit, we are not showing 1 by C1, but here you know it is 1 by C1. So, write down as it is 1 by C1 integral of I1 minus I2 of dt E of t. Similarly, for loop 2, the source voltage in loop 2 is 0. So, L2 di2 by dt plus R2 I2 plus 1 by C2 integral of I2 dt plus R1 to I2 minus I1 plus 1 by C1 integral I2 minus I1. Do you want me to write these equations? This Kirchhoff's voltage law and current law you already know, isn't it? So you know how to write these equations in your basic electrical systems. We have already learned this. Okay. Now already you have some equations here. This equation number 3 and 4. Okay. So compare this equation 5, 6 with 3 and 4. L1 into di by dt, M1 into dv by dt, dv1 by dt, R1 I1, V1 V1, R1 to I1 minus I2, V1 to V1 minus V2, 1 by C integral I1 minus I2, K1 integral V1 minus V2 is equal to some f of t. This is E of t. So if you see, both are similar to each other. Okay, mechanical equation and the electrical equations are similar to each other. If you are not getting similar equations, that means that your electrical circuit that you have drawn is wrong. Okay, so we have drawn this electrical circuit from the given mechanical circuit. So definitely the equation should be similar. Similarly, if you have compared equation 6 with equation number 4, so L2 di2 by dt is similar to M2 dv by V2 by dt, R2 I2, V2 V2, 1 by C2 integral I2 dt, K2 integral V2 dt, R1 to I2 minus I1, V1 to V2 minus V1. 1 by C1 integral I2 minus I1 of dt, K1 integral of V2 minus V1 of dt is 0, 0, 0. Okay, so your mechanical translational system equations and force balanced, electrical Kirchhoff's voltage law equation should be similar to each other. They must be analogous to each other. Okay, now force current analogous circuit. Okay, just now we have seen force voltage analogous circuit. Now let us see force current analogous circuit. So you must remember this based on this table. From this table, force is analogous to current, velocity analogous to voltage, displacement analogous to flux, and so on. Okay, if you remember these analogous terms, you can easily draw this circuit. Okay, I am drawing the circuit here itself so that it is easy for you to understand. Okay, so that it is easy for you to understand, I am drawing here itself. I am taking a pen. Okay, so here f of t is nothing but f of t is analogous to I of t. So I will draw here. I am drawing here current source. I of t. Okay, next, what is it? M1 is analogous to C1. M1 is not analogous to 1 by C1. It is analogous to C1. So actually, okay. So it is analogous to C1 means whenever a mechanical term is analogous to C1 directly, C1 should be written in parallel. If it is analogous to 1 by C1, the C1 can be written in series. That, if you remember, it is more than sufficient. I am considering here node voltage V1 and node voltage V2. Why? Because two meshes are there, two nodes are there in the mechanical system. Two nodes will be there in your electrical system. So those two nodes I am considering as V1 and V2. Okay. Next element. Okay. Next element is B1. Okay. B1 is analogous to 1 by R1. So since it is analogous to 1 by R1, 1 by R1 should be written in parallel. You remember, if it is R and L, oh no. Okay, if it is R and L, if R and L are directly proportional to the mechanical terms, okay, then they should be connected in series. Okay, series. If 1 by R and 1 by L are proportional to the mechanical, then they should be connected in parallel. Similarly, if 1 by C is proportional to mechanical term, then it should be connected in 1 by C. Okay, 1 by C should be connected in series. Okay, series. If C is proportional to the mechanical term, then it should be connected in parallel. So it's 1 by C and C. C is R and L are reciprocal to C. Not reciprocal means you must remember like that. Okay, so that it will be easy for you to draw the circuit. Okay, don't confuse. Okay, don't confuse. I'm erasing everything. Okay, so if you see here 1 by C, we will solve one more problem. You will get an idea how to connect C. Okay. Okay, this is more than sufficient. I can't erase more than this. I will erase here. Okay, now, so what is this? R. This is R1. This is R1. Okay, now K1 and B12 are connected between these two nodes. Okay, these two nodes. So K1 is proportional to 1 by L1 and B12 is proportional to 1 by R2. So since it is 1 by R2, these two elements will be connected in parallel. R1 to, I'm sorry, this is inductance. That is resistance. This is inductance. This is inductance. So these two should be connected in parallel. Okay, this is R12. This is L1. Now at node 2, at M2 there is a force. Okay, what is that? M2 is proportional to directly proportional to C2. Directly proportional to C2 means proportional means analogous. They are not proportional. It is analogous to C2. Okay, not 1 by C2. So C2 should be connected in parallel. This is C2 at node 2. At node 2, what are all elements are there? K2 and B2 are there. Okay, so K2 and B2, what is this K2? K2 is 1 by L2. So it should also be connected in parallel. Just now I have told you, if it is 1 by for R and L, we should connect in parallel. So this is L2. Next. Okay, K2 is over. Next B2. B2 is proportional to 1 by R2. So it should also be connected in parallel. So this is R2. Okay. I hope you have understood. If you have any confusion, you can ask me. You can ask me, anybody. You can unmute yourself and you can ask me if you have any confusion. Okay. So I hope you have understood. So let us go to the circuit which I have already drawn. Okay. So this is the circuit. These are all the analogous terms. So K1 is proportional. K1 is analogous to 1 by L1. K2 is analogous to 1 by L2. B1 1 by R1. B2 1 by R2. Okay. That's why they have connected these terms in parallel. Okay. Okay. It is directly proportional. Means it is M1 is analogous to C1. M2 is analogous to C2. That's why we have connected in parallel. If it is 1 by, then we might have connected in series. Okay, that you remember. Now we have got this Kirchhoff's. 1 minute. So copy paste. Problem is copy paste. Force current electrical analogous circuit. Okay, so let me check. Okay, here it is right only. Here it is right. Here I have copy pasted. Where is my problem? Okay. Am I solving the first problem, isn't it? I didn't even go to the second problem. Force current and log. This is our circuit. Now you can apply nodal equations. Okay, Kirchhoff's current law, and you can determine the nodal equations here by applying Kirchhoff's current law. Okay, consider node 1. At node 1, entering currents are equal to the leaving current. The entering current is I of t, leaving currents are C1 into d1 by dV1 by dt, V1 by R1. Okay, next it is here it is V1 minus V2 by R12, 1 by L integral of V1 minus V2 dt. Okay, this is equation number 7. Okay. Okay, next equation at node 2. Node 2, entering currents are not there, all are, it's your wish, you can consider entering currents or you can consider all the currents are entering or all the currents are leaving. Here I have considered all the currents are entering the node. Okay, that's why I have written this equation. Okay, so you have got two equations now. You compare it with your mechanical equations. Okay, so if you compare, they will be similar. In this slide, you can compare equation number 8 with equation number 4. This is equation number 4. So CC2 dV2 by dt, M2 dV2 by dt are similar. 1 by R2 V2, B2 V2, 1 by L2 V2 integral of V2 dt, K2 integral of V2 dt. Okay, 1 by R12 V2 minus V1, B1 to V2 minus V1, 1 by L1 integral V2 minus V1 dt, K1 integral V2 minus V1 dt equal to 0 equal to 0. Okay, that is it. Okay, so if you have any doubts, you ask me. Anybody? Okay, you must carefully solve these problems, then only you will be able to understand. Okay, so if possible tomorrow, if I am able to complete these problems, then I will forward this